Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Khoirunnisa. I am from PBEC. Today, I would like to present my research proposal with the title The Effect of Implementing SQ3R Strategy on 8th grade students' reading comprehension achievement based on their reading interest at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1. For the first part, I will explain about the background of the study. Reading comprehension will remain one of the significant challenges among Indonesian EFL learners, particularly at the junior high school level. Many students will continue to struggle with comprehending English text due to limited vocabulary and passive reading habits. The situation will be further worsened by low reading interest, which has been proven to negatively affect comprehension outcomes. Despite the existence of effective reading strategies, SQ3R will rarely be implemented systematically at the 8th grade level in Banjarmasin 1. This gap motivates the present study. Now move on to the research problem and objectives. This study will address three main research questions. The first is there a significant difference in reading comprehension achievement between students staff using the SQ3R strategy and those staff using the strategy usually used by the teacher at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1? And second, is there a significant difference in reading comprehension achievement between students with high reading interest and those with low reading interest at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1? Number 3, is there a significant interaction effect between teaching strategy as key 3R versus teacher strategy and students' reading interest, high versus low on 8th grade students' reading comprehension achievement at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1? Based on the problem above, the objectives of this study are: this study aims to find out whether there is a significant difference in reading comprehension achievement between student staff using the SQ3R strategy and those staff using the strategy usually used by teacher at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1. And second, this study aims to find out whether there is a significant difference in reading comprehension achievement between students with high reading interest and those with low reading interest at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1. And the last, this study is conducted to analyze whether there is a significant interaction effect between teaching strategy SQ3R versus teacher strategy and students' reading interest high versus low on 8th grade students' reading comprehension achievement at junior high school in Banjarmasin 1. For the next part, I will explain about what is SQ3R is and how it works. SQ3R was introduced by Robinson in 1946 as a systematic and structured reading method. It consists of 5 steps. The first step is survey, where students will skim the text by looking at the title, headings, and visual to get a general overview. The second step is question, where students will turn each heading into question to set a reading purpose. The third step is read, where students will read actively to find answers to their question. The fourth step is recite, where students will recall key points in their own words after reading each section. And the fifth step is review, where students will go back over the entire text to consolidate their understanding. Now about the advantages and disadvantages of SQ3R. In terms of advantages, SQ3R will activate prior knowledge, encourage active reading, improve long-term retention, and develop metacognitive awareness. It will also provide a clear framework that will be easy for EFL learners to follow. However, SQ3R will also have some limitations. It will be time-consuming, especially for long text. It will require teacher guidance in the early stages, and the question generation step may be challenging in students with limited vocabulary. Despite this limitation, many studies have proven its effectiveness, which brings us to the next point. Moving forward to the research variables. This study will involve three variables: the SQ3R as the independent variable, which will be applied in 10 treatment sessions for the experimental class. Now, the moderator variable is reading interest, which will be measured using a questionnaire developed by Putro and Lee consisting of 36 items. Dependent variable is reading comprehension, which will be measured through pre-tests and post-tests covering literal and inferential comprehension. Regarding the research methodology, this study will use a quantitative experimental approach with a quasi-experimental non-equivalent control group design. Due to the inclusion of a moderating variable, a 2 by 2 factorial design will be applied. For the sampling technique, this study will use purposive sampling. Purposive sampling is a non-probability sampling technique in which the researchers select samples based on specific criteria that are relevant to the research objectives. In this study, two age-grade classes at SMP and 4 Banyuasin 1 will be selected based on several criteria. Both classes taught by the same English teacher but had similar academic achievement based on previous English scores, and neither class will have been previously exposed to the SQ3R strategy. One class will serve as the experimental class and the other as the control class. The treatment will be conducted over 10 meetings. For data analysis, normality will be tested using Kolmogorov-Smirnov or Shapiro-Wills test via SPSS, and the hypothesis will be tested using two-way ANOVA to examine both the effect and the interaction effect. To conclude this study, we'll aim to investigate the effect of SQ3R on 8th grade students' reading comprehension with reading interest as a moderating variable at SMP and 4 Banyuasin 1. It is hoped that this study will contribute meaningful insight for EFL teachers and reading strategy research in Indonesia. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.